outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with, to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Savage from the shotgun snap. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself a good chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 5 now. Savage, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, yeah, you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. There's Savage on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. The first down throw coming. Savage. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now on second down, this is Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing on third down, it's Savage. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Just like that. Just like that.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Freeman. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. 11
yards there, first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10. Out of the gun, Savage. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Savage buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Play action. It's Savage. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Guys, stay in situation. Let's go.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, baby.
Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, let's go, D. That's what I'm
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Newton, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Newton now to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Let's take it inside his own 40. Oh, he slipped right by him. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Savage on first. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Todd Gurley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one like Packer pressure, and down he goes. Henry Anderson, Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Newton. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 40.
On first down, it's Newton. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 35. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Cam's going to run the option right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch able to record his 5th sack of the season. To throw on 3rd down. Savage.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things.
And the pressure gets to him again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. 12 yards there and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And that is is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Savage. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Savage. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Savage. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Check. Go, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming crap. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
From the gun, Savage. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw, Savage. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now it's Savage. Touchdown, Packers. Austin Kroll, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford, there for the stop. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Newton on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's get it. Check.
Now on second and 13. Newton, his throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here's Newton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Gurley again here on first down. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Gurley. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 10. Here's Gurley. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, He used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our
she's
guys.
singing, too.
Oh, she's
on, like, the fifth tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Here we go. Chance.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Newton. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
Let's go.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Newton. That one into the hands of Hamilton. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Newton on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. 17
yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They snap it to Savage.
The amount of sacks mindset they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
On first down, Newton. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And it's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Freeman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. From just shy of midfield, Newton. And now look at him go. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here we go. 180. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You must be dreaming.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Packers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears.
Yeah. Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him